What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for being here for another video. My name is Josh, and I am just your average Joe day trader. And what an amazing day to be just an average Joe. The market today was on fire, rockets everywhere, guys, and it was ripping and roaring. There were more stocks on a rally today than we've seen in a long time. Thank you to some really good news going on in the market today. A lot of decisions being made from the administration and the White House, economically. There's all kinds of things that are just affecting the market. But what I wanted to do in this video is spend a few minutes and give you guys an update on one of my favorite stocks, which is BBAI, BigBear.ai Holdings Incorporated. BBAI is the stock ticker. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this stock had a run today, an incredible run today. As a matter of fact, the market closed at $8.22. So let me just kind of share the numbers with you. And actually, I'll pull the chart up and put it up here for you real quick. Let me get off auto. So here, guys, I just messed up one of my lines. So here, guys, you're going to see that this market day, right, pre-market from yesterday, running about $6.88 as a low. Market closed around $7.12 per share, and it ran kind of horizontal through the post and the pre-market. BBAI is not a 24-hour stock. And then, guys, liftoff. Even Elon Musk was jealous today. Big Bear AI launched literally from about the 8:15 a.m. time at $7.16 to an absolute high today of $8.38, closing at $8.22. And even right now in the aftermarket, you can see that it is fighting, it is bouncing to get to the $8.23 range. And I'm sure it's going to kind of stay somewhat horizontal through to the 8 p.m. hour close. And then tomorrow morning, I cannot wait to see what it does when the market opens back up at 4 a.m. We'll see if there's any type of a gap up, gap down. But man, the market is just on fire. And when we go, just so you have kind of the comparable, when you go to our S&P 500, which is what I compare most of stocks to, you can see that the S&P 500 also had this stellar day today and ran basically to a new high, right? The S&P 500 continues to break highs, and today's high of $628.40. So obviously, different stocks are running with it, but an incredible result. So let's talk a little bit about BBAI. What's going on with BBAI? Where should you be on BBAI? Personally, I am bullish in BBAI. I expect BBAI to continue to run. You're talking about a 15% surge today, up to this $8.22. And let me add something just for the record, because I've had a few comments made on my YouTube channel in some of the videos. Do I look scripted? Yes, sometimes I look scripted because when I'm not rolling in the car and just shooting off of a soapbox, and I'm trying to provide you guys with some quality information, some information that I believe from a technical standpoint, from from a stock market standpoint, from an analysis standpoint, I take a lot of notes and I build up sort of some information that's right in front of me that I do tend to read to you because I want to get it right. I want to be one of those YouTube guys that is not giving you just trends and technicalities and kind of sharing like where it's going to be here, where it's going to be there. No, I want to give you the real feedback. As an average Joe, somebody who loves to get in and out of these stocks and trade them myself, I want to share with you the bottom line. And so, yes, I take notes. So when I'm looking at my notes or I sound scripted sometimes, guys, I'm just going to say flat out, hey, I apologize for that. I want this to be a channel that you come to get real information. None of this fluff. None of these people who are trying to, bait you into, hey, here's what it is. You need to get into it now. And by the way, buy my training program or get into my Discord at $49.99 for the month, and things like that. I just don't do that, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to walk you in my garage, show you my cars. I'm not going to share with you what my house looks like and where I live and how long I've been doing this for all of my life and why you should, listen to me. Guys, you got to make your own decisions. You have to do your own due diligence. And you have to make decisions, educated decisions based on your risk tolerance, based on learning and educating yourself on support and resistance levels, on candlestick patterns, on market, catalysts. Do your homework, right? And I've had a lot of people tell me, hey, like, Josh, this is why I like your channel. No fluff, just telling me what to do. And I'm just going to say flat out, guys, that I couldn't do this alone. I have God who shares, who helps me along the way. I have my wife, my family that lead, with encouraging me, and you guys. Okay. I couldn't be doing this without you. So thank you. BBAI, Big Bear AI. What's going on with BigBear? Okay, first of all, volume today was nuts. We had over 205.5 million in volume. All right, we had a low of $7.06 and a high of $8.38. And the year high, so hear me out for this one, the year's high was $10.36. Okay, now, if you go left, look left, there's a higher high all the way up to about $14. I was looking at it earlier. But this year, from January to now, the high is $10.36. Do I personally believe we're going to break that high? Do I think BBI is going to break the all-time year high? I think so. I think it's on the way there, and I think it's going to get there. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And I want to share a little bit about that with you because, to be quite honest, this is basically a stock that's right now running nearly 4 times its average. Okay, with 205 million shares out there, it's 4 times its average. So this is indicative of a robust analytical boom. Okay, the momentum just continues to soar. And do I think it's gonna continue like that? I do. I think it's gonna continue for a period of time, and then you're gonna see it start to breathe, and it's gonna drop down. It's gonna retest, and guess what? Your boy Josh is gonna do? He's gonna buy the dip. He's going to buy back in, buy the dip like the wealthy do. That's what the 1%ers do. They wait for stocks to literally drop back down, buy in, let it run up, sell out. It drops down, buy back in, wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Okay. Keep that in mind when you're trading. As an average Joe, retail day trader, I'm all about the wash, rinse, repeat. That's how we make money. Let it drop, buy the dip, run it up, sell it off, and get out. Now, if you are a long-term portfolio person, okay, then no, this is not the way you trade stocks. You're an investor, not a day trader. I'm talking about day trading. But as an investor, do I think BBAI is a great long-term hold? Personally, my opinion, not financial advice, 100%. This is a great long-term hold. So is Rocket Labs. So is SoFi, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Let's continue back on the BBAI train. This sector of BBAI, this stock in the sector it's in, defense, AI, has like major excitement plays around it because the key role of Big Bear AI is that it stands out amid the broader AI frenzy, particularly as a special defense stock and in the government sector. Meaning, it's like a Palantir. What is Palantir doing right now? And I talked about this in my other video. Palantir, right? Let's take a look at Palantir on the chart because I haven't looked at Palantir for a quick minute. It's in my long-term holds. Palantir in my long-term holds is sitting at $153.99. That's where it closed today. And in the aftermarket, and it is a 24-hour stock, sitting at 154.06. Guys, Palantir, all right? Do you remember just a few months ago, Palantir was about 70 something dollars? I remember getting in Palantir at 70 something dollars thinking like, oh my gosh, if this thing runs up past 80 to 90, I'm getting out and selling. And somebody said to me, Josh, if you want to do that like a day trade, great, but you need to buy some and put it away and forget about it. Okay. And I do have a pretty good position in Palantir. And one day I hope I'm one of them with you that looks back and says, man, am I glad I bought Palantir. Well, guys, that's BBAI right now. Now, you don't have to believe me, you don't have to trust me, and I'm basically just sharing my opinion. Again, remember, this is not financial. I'm not telling you to buy Big Bear or BBI. I'm telling you to do your homework and look at it and watch every other YouTuber out there. Look at all the analysts. Strong buy rating for BBI right now because everyone believes that potentially this is the next Palantir type of a stock. But don't take my word for it. Do your homework, okay? There are major providers like Stock Analysis and MarketWatch that both have this rated as strong buy. And I normally don't talk about other type of analysts. I just tell you, hey, the analysts think it's strong buy, but I want you to see that very strong analyst, individual companies and analysis taking place are saying strong buy. The average 12-month average for BBAI was $6.17. Okay. That implies basically there's a 25% downside to BBAI. Buy the dip. Okay. But there's also a lot of mixed forecasts to it because a lot of the analysts are telling us that potentially BBAI could have a low of, and don't freak out, $3.50 with a high right now of $9. I think we're going to potentially hit the $9 and then it is going to retest and it is going to breathe. But if you throw it in your long-term portfolio, you don't care if it drops down because you're not looking at it a week from now or a month from now. If you're day trading it, now is a great time to get into BBAI and run it as a day trade. I'll put it up on the screen here. Today, I made over 340 something dollars in BBAI. I day traded BBAI today on my Webull account, and I made over 340 something dollars. Okay, here it is right here. That's what that looks like. I'm not trying to get a pat on the back. I'm not trying to boast. I just want you to understand that there's some amazing opportunity in BBAI right now, and anyone can do it. I was telling the Average Joe Day Trader Discord group today, I was sharing with them the profits from today, saying, hey, listen, if an average Joe can do it, anyone can do it. You guys can do it. But two things you have to do: understand support and resistance and understand the candlesticks. When does it get to the point where it's hitting that resistance level and it's bouncing and it's going to turn? And when is it dropping down and hitting that support level where it's going to turn? You have to know that, and you got to understand the candlesticks. You got to know what they're telling you. HC Wainwright issued a buy and raised the target from $6 to $9 on July 1st. Okay. I'm sure they're going to have to be looking at this again. And tip ranks. I love to go to tip ranks, guys. I think they're an amazing, and I don't get any, I don't, I'm not anyone that's hired by any of these companies. I don't get any proceeds or money or payments or anything for any of these. I'm giving you the real deal. Tip ranks offering a more moderate stance labels BigBear AI as a moderate buy with a $5.83 target, down 18%. Okay. Everyone has an opinion. I agree that it's going to have to, at some point, based on the heat, it's going to have to cool off a little bit. But I also believe, in my opinion, that when it cools off and it starts to run back up, this stock's easily going to go up past 10, past 11, past 15. Okay, think about Palantir and where it started, $6, $7, and it's at 150 something dollars right now. Now we have to talk about fundamentals. We got to talk about the financials for BBAI. Their recent first quarter result, which was May 1st, and I think I went over this in the last video, but their earnings per share was down 10 cents per share. They actually missed the expectation of only being down 6 cents per share. So their revenues at 34.8 million, which was versus the forecast of 36.3 million. Okay, down. But that's a very modest year over year revenue increase. It's actually up 4.9%. I'll take it because earnings, as you know, and I like to play earnings, and I have a video that talks about how to play earnings. Check that one out if you want to. But earnings don't always reflect stock value, stock price. Okay. There's some companies right now that are making no money. They have horrible earnings, but their stock price is soaring. Okay. So as a retail day trader, you can make money in a red market. You can make money in a green market. You can make money in a flat market as long as you know what companies get in and out of. And again, BBAI is the one that I believe is amazing for you to trade as a best day trade stock. It's even on my list of best day trade stocks. Okay. On this trailing 12-month basis, revenue of $160 million with net losses totaling $230 million. Okay. Now, does that sound like a stock that basically went up more than 15% today? No. So don't focus on the earnings. Don't focus on the sales. Focus on it today, right? Focus on it today. But I'm giving you all the information because I want you to know. Now, it is believed, and a lot of folks in the market, some much smarter individuals than I am, basically tell you that BBAI is in the AI tailwinds right now. Okay. A ton of investors, including me, hopefully many of you, are gravitating towards this niche AI firm because they have specialized capabilities, guys. Big Bear AI is a key provider of defense and to homeland security. So I shared in my last update about BBAI. Okay. They are now in government contracts. And if you didn't know this, the CEO of Big Bear AI is already in government. So I hate to use the word like insider, right? But he's already in government. So now that we are getting clear of and adding all this basic spending coming for more defense for the United States, who do you think they go to first? Do you think they're going to just pull the yellow pages out and go like, "Oh, hey, Johnny's AI, he's a defense contractor. Let's throw him some money." Yeah, maybe they will. But Big Bear AI is already in bed with the government, with the Department of Defense. Okay. So you got to be sort of smart about that and see the writing on the wall. Big Bear AI already lives in the Department of Defense world. And so why wouldn't you assume, and my opinion, why wouldn't you assume that they're going to get more government contracts? Okay. They already just secured government contracts and they're going to be providing all kinds of defense, AI, technology, and things to the DoD. So keep that in mind. They also have contracts with DHS, Department of Homeland Security. I don't know if I mentioned that a minute ago because I got wrapped up on the Department of Defense, but they're also already in partnerships with DHS and they're expanding into commercial verticals. Okay. They're going into logistics, they're going into healthcare. And this is all aided by their strategy. They have this new strategy and all these new alliances, which are allowing them to move forward with their strategy. It's a win-win. Okay. Now, there's some insider selling going on too, and we need to be aware of that, and you need to understand that. The CFO and the CAO basically sold shares earlier in the year. There's only a right now 1.1% insider ownership. Okay. That's all that remains, 1.1%. But I'm going to tell you right now, that actually doesn't bother me. When you give me a company that's 99% insider ownership and 1% or 2% financial institutions, hedge funds, etc., that's not a stock I'm going to play with because they control everything. That means literally that the stock could hit $9 and you're like, "Woo, we're at $9. This is awesome. Thank you. Let's go $9.01." And then they rug pull it because they have control over it. Okay. So the fact that basically 98.9% are institutional or hedge funds or retail, retail traders, that's a good thing. I love that. All right, let's talk a little bit more about risk. I'm giving it to you raw. Okay. But basically, this diverging analyst view is that the strong buy sentiment contrasts with cautious targets below current price. And obviously, they're suggesting the expectations of a cool down or profit taking. And I've already told you that. Okay. I've already told you that. There's also this high valuation volatility. BBAI trades at a negative P&E. Okay. It's down 10 with a beta of 3.2 if you love all that information, which makes it highly sensitive to tech and AI sector moves. And you also have to understand there are definitely risks in scaling commercially. There are competitive pressures and potential delays in federal contract renewals. That is going to happen and basically the risks. But let me give you the summary. Let me give you why this is a bull case for me. The bull case is that this strong AI driven momentum with solid positioning in the defense and cyber, okay, sectors with recent contract wins strengthens their finances and gives a bullish analyst upgrade. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. So, what to do next with BBAI? Well, we're going to look for earnings. Second quarter earnings are expected to release on August 11th. I personally think they're going to be good. We'll see, right? I've been wrong. I mean, there are companies that kill in the stock market and have amazing sales and growth that flop during earnings reports. But that's okay if they do flop. I'll be there to buy it at the bottom and let it run back up. But you know, that's definitely something we need to look for. We need to continue to look for updates on new federal or enterprise contracts and any new strategic alliances that are announced. And then obviously we need to continue to watch for any modifications of the analyst price targets or ratings because that's important to understand. It's important to understand where the stock's at. Bottom line, guys, I'm going to close this video out. And I hope you guys really do and have heard what I'm saying here. Okay. All I can do is share with you what I'm doing. But I'm going to share with you the bottom line is that BigBear AI is riding this robust wave of AI enthusiasm backed by these healthy fundamentals and strong analyst sentiment. With that said, though, its valuation reflects forward-looking optimism and it carries volatility. If you're bullish on a niche AI in cybersecurity and government analytics, then this remains a very compelling yet high-risk play, and it absolutely is. Guys, let me know. Give me some comments. I've got the positives, the negatives. I've been hit with, all kinds of, negative comments and positive comments. Guys, give it all to me. All you're doing is helping me to be better as a YouTuber and better in the, what I'm trying to provide you with, which is the truth, not the fluff. Okay. Drop the comments down below. Let me know how you feel about it. And I appreciate you being here. And we are at 999 subscribers today. Thank you, Mark from Canada, who made sure to text me in the Discord group today to tell me, Josh, you're at 999 subs. Let's get to 1,000, guys. That's so exciting. I don't even know how to celebrate it when we hit 1,000. But thank you for growing this channel. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button for me. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. And guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, Lord, for bringing you here. We're going to continue to do this, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Josh out. Peace.